work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
I'll have a beer.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do.
Oh, God, stop strumming your
I
violin.
fled to Talmberg with the Cuman. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies.
My poor child. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened in Noyle? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage, or I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, there's still...
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well,
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword.
you know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Look, these days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed.
You're just making excuses. The people who...
I'm sorry you see it that way.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where is...
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you...
It has to be something topical. Condemning vices. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days. And stories from real life, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices. Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started... I hear he always has a full house. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus, the lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning, has turned to... Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and meet
I fucking love this guy.
They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs, while Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans?
What do you suppose? We have a drink.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you would.
My man.
Down.
What's going on?
Na kraj padł dziesięć smutek, do mnie loi rano utek, niech już małżeński majstak, do wczorajszym staje brak, už sej mojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bej bělý kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno, a požadem si huby jako poslední den, půjďme se máty, a do rána stávy, a pak vypal sukny a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se sem, a vypal je ven. Ukaž kozy jako vozy, zítra je tu soudnej den, tak nalej mi hned, až očí se zje. Ty dneska vůbec nikdo neví, zase zítra je žitý a není to naposled.
Enough of this.
Bailiff, come
Fucking
over here,
party
sit down and
pooper.
have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Shots fired.
Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight?
Oh my god, please start a fight.
Henry, back me up.
Well, here we fucking go. Oh shit, I can't see.
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
Stop that nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do I need? Watch the step, my
Oh my god,
Careful, you don't hurt.
that's not out of my life.
Godwin, you're a buffoon. Look where you're going.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Bloody hell.
And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
This guy. This fucking guy.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. Oh, my guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. Oh, what was that woman on about? Wait, before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I? Where the fuck was it?
Mass! Oh, shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me. I'd like to help you, but you can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit?
GG,
You want
priest.
them to burn us at the
GG.
stake?
No.